Hey, good morning, my friends. This is Steve with Real Progressives. Um, I don't know how you guys came into this, whether it was just that, you wanted to be part of something, something big, whether you wanted to, be a part of democracy, whether you had always been an activist, etc. But for me in particular, coming into this thing, everything centers around the movement for me. Every little thing I do has centered around a tragic event in my own personal life, something that was awful. And there's an old saying that Republicans never learn until they have tragedy strike in their life. I'm sure you've heard that before. The reality is that tragedy struck in my life many times. So this movement is like the hope. It's like the hope vine for fixing the ills that have occurred over the many, many years. I see us being able to make that change happen organically from the ground up. I see us being able to lock arms and make that change happen. If I didn't see that possibility on my life, I would walk away right now. Judy, hello. Katie, hello. Jared, hello. Rana, thank you so much. I guess I really want to make sure you guys understand that the things that we talk about at Real Progressives are just a snapshot of what you all feel is important. And it really is an extension of our own hearts as to what we feel is important. And the economics that I preach, is the linchpin to every one of the issues that we talk about. And for me, I don't have time to worry about, whether or not I'm best friends with you or whether or not you're best friends with me. My goal is I look down, I see my kids, and I say, I don't have time to screw around. This shit's for real. And I don't feel like I can walk away. I don't feel like I can take 1 or 2 days off to go enjoy a social function or go to a family event without focusing on Real Progressives. Why? Because I feel like there is a sacred responsibility with this place. I feel like it's that important that I can't just check out and go do something else. Now, at some point in time, maybe we'll get there. Maybe I'll feel like I can let go of the reins and go ahead and do that. But the problem is that when you see the impact that this movement can have on the lives of other people, and you see the impact that Real Progressives has been able to have as well, literally, taking a few hours away is almost more stressful than actually having the phone in hand the entire time, or having the computer on the entire time, or running around covering something the entire time. Stepping away, not being a part of it, is almost more stressful. So time away, it's like, it's not possible. This movement is that important. And yes, I kind of feel like I need to take a few days and step away. But I don't see that window. I don't see that door opening right now. Now, we've lost a bunch of people. This thing is a grind. It's a burnout type deal. You're doing it day in, you're doing it day out. And we're not covering happy, joyful stuff, folks. We're covering the very, very malaise of humanity. We're covering the most sad, horrific stuff that has to do with our government. We're dealing with loss. We're dealing with personal loss. We're dealing with animosity coming from our own personal loss. And then we bring that together, and it is toxic at times. And, it's real easy to point fingers at each other. It's real easy to get sidetracked in doing all these things and not focus on what the real prize is. And the prize is the movement. The prize isn't Real Progressives. The prize isn't some march in D.C. The prize isn't some march in Philadelphia. The prize isn't even the Dakota Pipeline. The prize is the unification of peoples around common ideals to take our country back from the oligarchs, from the plutocracy that has invaded us, from the corporates, from all the corporatists out there, the neoliberals, the people that genuinely don't care about you and I. They see us merely as a cog in the wheel of big business. They see us merely a cog. Our use of oil is merely a means for them to make more money. Our use of various products for these holidays. Holidays don't mean anything to them. It's about buying stuff. Everything is about something other than what it is. And this movement is about seeking truth. And for me, when I think about this, I think about it is torture sometimes to never go back to sleep for a minute, to just enjoy a holiday for what it is and not worry about the fact that there's a million things I need to boycott, not worry about for a minute that there's somebody being abused somewhere else, or that there's someone in jail for marijuana, or that there's somebody out there preaching austerity that's going to kill the elderly when they don't get any money for their Social Security, or people that don't have the right health care. I want to go back to sleep sometimes. It would be easier to go back to sleep and pretend I don't know what I know, but I know. So how can you stop? How can you go to sleep when you know? When you know that if you don't expose things, when you know you don't show up for this stuff, when you know you just check out, that things are happening, people are dying, things are not going well. Our environment is going kaput. It's not going to be able to be inhabitable if we don't take firm action quickly. And yet, at times, it is so unbelievably heavy. It is so unbelievably black and bleak and without hope at times. It's so difficult to find the good to wrap your mind around so that you can keep going and get past the personalities, get past the mean words, get past the snarky undercutting, and get past all the bullshit that comes with people that are high-strung, high-maintenance, high-energy activists trying to fight for this thing, but they're burning out and everybody's at each other's throat. And then real life kicks in, for crying out loud. As you all know, my dad died in September. I still haven't come anywhere near close to recovering from that. Every freaking day, I end up wet-faced. Every single day, I wonder, is my dad okay? He's not stuck somewhere. He's in a better place, all that stuff, right? Please tell me he is. And then I think to myself, this will be my first Christmas without him. And I am tortured by that. But this movement is the thing that I'm placing my hope and dreams in right now. I'm putting all my eggs in the movement basket. People come, people go, people say bullshit, people say good shit, people want to help you, people don't want to help you. It doesn't matter. The movement must continue. And for me, I just keep realizing every time I think about wanting to go back to sleep, every time I think about, screw it, somebody said something mean about me. Oh my God, they're ganging up on me. Oh my God, I have my feelings hurt. Oh my God, I want to go back to sleep. I just remember people are literally dying while people are crying. While I'm feeling upset and hurt, people are literally dying. Not just made up shit, dying. For real dying. Wars that we have no business being in are happening while I sit there and have a case of the feels. While I sit there and get indignant because I feel like my feelings were hurt, people are literally dying. And that for me, it takes away those fleeting moments of joy. Because as much as you want to feel the spiritual connection and you want to feel the bond of friendship, you realize shit is happening right now. Not tomorrow, not in some far off land, not in some weird time in some Isaac Asimov novel. We're talking about right now. Right now. There is no time to waste. There is no time to take a day off. It's all about the movement. And Real Progressives is all about the movement. We are not worried about personalities. We are not worried about political parties. We are not worried about authority. We're not worried about any other bullshit. We're worried about the movement. And, you know, my heart is broken on many, many levels, from issues within our own team to my own personal life, to the fact that we're not seeing the big victories that we need to see, and we need to get more people woken up, not let them go back to sleep, to seeing the austerity hounds come out, to seeing people still holding on to Republican logic when it comes to economics, with our progressive movement, and to seeing the fact that this is going to take years. This isn't going to be a 15-minute, quick fight, be done, and go have a drink somewhere. This is going to be a lifestyle change. And that knowledge that this is no longer just this will be over soon, don't worry about it. No, this is the new norm. Welcome to your new norm. That alone, that factor alone, is earth-shaking. To take off, to get rid of it, to walk away, to go back to sleep is not possible. I'm grateful that we don't have armed jackboot thugs all over the place with M16s lining the airports anymore like we did after 9/11. I'm grateful that we have some, even if it's a fake version of freedom. I'm grateful that we don't at least have to see all that. But the reality is, the more we have the big talking right-wing fascism, the more likely it is that someone will retaliate. And the more likely it is that we're going to enter into those fascist state type situations. And in a way, it's going to be much more out of the shadows. And it really is up to us to not waste any time worrying about personalities, worrying about our feels, worrying about any of that stuff. Danger is coming now, and it doesn't come in the form of emotions. It comes in the form of life and death. It comes in the form of life and death. So with that, I want to thank every one of you guys for staying with Real Progressives. I want to thank you all, because this is not just some show. I'm not talking to you like some show. I'm talking to you as somebody who's in the fight with you, who's trying to tell you stay woke, as painful as it is. Wake someone else up. Don't let your feelings about one individual or a couple individuals get over on you. Look at what they're fighting for and fight with them even if you don't like them. Don't be petty. Don't allow yourself to fall down the rabbit hole of getting into personalities and lose sight of what this movement is all about. Because it is life and death. I'm Steve Grumbine with Real Progressives. Have a great day, everybody.